Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming to this to the presentation about Bridgeport Elementary School. If you could please, there's a sign-in in the back. If you could please go ahead and sign in so that you can get credit for coming to this presentation. So this presentation is over Bridgeport Elementary School. I am Raquel Rivas. I am the new principal for this coming year. As I say, my name is Raquel Rivas, and I am very excited to be a part of your school. Before we begin this presentation, I want to take some things in consideration to improve our learning environment at the school. After looking at the performance report for the school, I came up with a mission statement. Bridgeport Elementary School will provide a positive, safe, and secure environment that will empower students to learn while using technology. I want to take this moment also to show you this video that I found on the website.
It's basically at your fingertips. Everywhere you go, you're that much closer to the answer. And with technology,
I'm sorry.
Today we live in a world where technology is everywhere. It's basically at your fingertips. Everywhere you go, you're that much closer to the answer. And with technology becoming more and more prominent in our society, it needs to be in the schools.
Being able to use the iPad while teaching really helps me keep the kids up to date with what's going on in the world and how they're using technology on a daily basis, because everywhere we go, there's technology, and they have it right here at their fingertips. One of the funny things that I've found over the last year and a half of using the iPad in the classroom is that the kids get so involved they don't really realize they are learning as much as they're learning, and they just are just doing. And because everything is such an easy process, they're not stopped by, there's no roadblocks for them. And so they'll immediately get involved in something way further than you would have thought they would. And they don't realize they're not only learning, but they're kind of enjoying doing it as well. And that's just been a really neat thing to watch them grow and do things without really having to work at it or look at it as if it's work. Because I think that changes their perception. When they believe they have to do something, or they don't understand why they need to do something, their tendency to want to do it is much lower. And with the iPads, they tend to just take right to them, and whatever it is we're doing with them, they just run with it. One of my favorite things to do in the morning is to put a QR code up on the smartboard. And when the students come in, they know immediately to go get an iPad, to pick it up, open up the QR scanner, and scan it. And a QR code is basically a quick response. It's a quick way to get information. And instead of me putting the sentence on the board and the kids come to the carpet and copy, they can immediately pick up an iPad and scan it, and it will tell them what I want them to do. And I think that's been one of the more rewarding or one of the neater things about the iPad in the classroom is how limitless it is. All right, next word, screen. About the iPads and the iPods is that there's virtually no learning curve. That the kids usually can come in and pick them up, and right away they're able to use them, and not just use them, but to be effective with them. The challenge I have is getting out of the way and letting them show me what they can do, because they can do so much more than what I ever thought they could do.
After viewing this website, I hope that you're able to see it through his eyes as well as Eric's eyes. That technology is changing. Technology is changing the way we teach. Technology is changing the way students learn. Your children learn. So therefore, I want to implement technology into the school, more technology, by helping helping this new generation, the upcoming generations, learn better by using technology and being aware of what's going on around them. So our vision is to help students problem solve, collaborate, and think critically by integrating technology in the classrooms. As you saw in that video, the students were coming into the classroom. They already knew what they already knew the expectations for their classroom. So it also minimizes the classroom management disruptions from the students. They get their iPad, they come in the classroom, they scan their QR code, and they're ready to go. While the teachers is reading and observing who's coming in and who's not here, who's not. So, some of the Bridgeport Elementary School's facts. We have a total of 568 students. The grade span is from kindergarten to second grade. Sorry. The teacher to student ratio is 1 to 15. So 1 teacher per 15 students. Every student is loaned an iPad for the school year. Therefore, the parent and the student both sign the contract, and then they can take it home as well and do homework with it. Do some outside of school activities with it, such as doing research on their own. Every classroom has a smart board, Elmo, and student computers. Therefore, the teacher can even implement technology in the classroom by using the smart board. They can collaborate together through lessons. And they can embrace diversity and support culturally linguistic diverse students. We also have implemented bilingual education programs that have also used the technology, career and technical education programs, gifted and talented, special education and regular education classrooms. So after looking at the school and student information, we can see that the attendance rate overall, it's 96.7%, which is really good. 96% of the students. And district-wise is 96.6. Statewide is 95.8. The demographics, enrollment by ethnicity. We have, in our school, last year we had 0% African American, 54.8% Hispanic, white, we had 43.5%, American Indian, we had 0.5%, Asian, we had 2%, Pacific Islander, we had 0%, and 2 or more races, we had 1.1%. Enrollment by student group. We have 65% of our students last year that were at economic disadvantage, meaning that these group and the rest of the students will also benefit from technology, because if they're not having any technology at home to learn with, then the school will provide the technology, provide the iPad, loan the iPad to the students, and help them learn in the classroom and at home. English language learners, we have 37.9% students. And for the special education department that receive the services, 7% of those students. We have class size average. Kindergarten, we have 19 students. Grade 1, 20 students. And then grade 2, 17 students per class. As I mentioned before, the programs that we offer at our school, that I believe they're great. We have implemented this past year bilingual programs that also not only teachers are teaching to the top 95% of the class, or top 25% of the classroom, meaning that they're also getting this. They're also using technology in their classroom to collaborate, to learn together, to problem solve, to think critically. We also offer career and technical education, gifted and talented, special education, and regular classroom. We have a total of 215 students that are a part of the bilingual program. 8 students are part of the gifted and talented, and 40 that are part of the special education. In addition, I wanted to show you this to help you boost your decision into enrolling your student at my school or at our school. We have different websites that post comments and ratings that rate the school, every school in Texas. And I went ahead and gave you the website as well in the handout of the website that I found these comments on, if you wanted to check them out. We have one parent that said, Bridgeport Elementary School has provided my child with an excellent overall environment for learning and maturing. It's been a great foundation for his journey in education. Kudos to the teacher, staff, and administrator. And we also have, there's also different comments, different positive comments from our parents and community members. Okay, education is our priority. The reason I implemented technology into this school, into the mission, into the vision of our school, is because education is our priority. The different generations they're exposed to technology, so therefore they're going to be the ones that are going to be teaching us how to utilize technology in the future. And I want to go ahead and show you this video where education is our priority.
Because that's what we're there for. I mean, we're there to educate kids. We're there to make sure those kids, when they get out of school, they're prepared to go into the military, go into higher education, or go into the business world. To get involved. We want them to get involved. You know, education changes daily, so what we do today is important, what we do tomorrow is important. You know, myths have always been strong in the education field, especially with our testing, with our test scores, and with our school report cards and so forth. I think it's important that that the people in the community understand what education is about and what we're achieving.
And also, I went ahead and in the same handout that you have in front of you, we also have a Facebook page called Bridgeport Elementary School, where you can follow us and like us, and we'll give you all kinds of updates about our school and what great things the students are doing. And here's one example that I wanted to show you, where our staff we are acknowledging that technology is changing our world, like the board member stated in the video, and it states, parents, our yearbook committee is needing your school event pictures. You can email them to yearbooks@yahoo.com or upload them to community.lifetouch.com to use code. And then it tells you, and even tells them how to upload the pictures of students for the yearbook. Therefore, you don't have to bring the pictures anymore. You can just upload them through your Facebook page. If you don't have a Facebook, you can even email them. If you don't have an email, then you're welcome to bring them to the school. as I'm getting towards the end of my presentation, I wanted to state maybe some possible questions that you may have. Does anyone in the audience have any questions about what I've just presented? You're welcome to ask anything. Okay, so here are some questions that I put on the handout and answers that I had. So you may be wondering, what are some advantages and disadvantages to this vision of yours? Well, some strengths are that, according to the data and feedback, one strength revealed by the data is that students are loaned a tablet device, good thing, per semester, which helps support and accomplish the school vision. On the other hand, however, one of the, things that we need to improve on is that the school should provide a list of free applications, educational applications on the website for students to look at. For example, if a student is stuck and is needing help on different strategies in math, well, they can go to this list that me as a principal needs to create or get some help on creating a list for apps. For example, we can categorize them so that students can go in and actually, find the apps that they need that best fits their needs. What evidence can you think of are meeting the current vision? Well, I was able to find pictures of students using the iPads and collaborating together. The staff promotes technology by informing parents on how to get involved and use technology. Just like I mentioned in the Facebook page. The school's Facebook page was even mentioning how you as a community member, you as a parent, can get involved in your child's life through technology. What kind of school do we hope to be that will promote continuing sustainable school improvement? Well, the school and district really focuses on promoting technology in school, especially in the classrooms, for students to be comfortable with and also learn together. For example, in the bilingual programs, students are required to do 2 to 3 research-based projects per subject throughout the year. Therefore, they are required to work with their bilingual partner, and they get together at this center either by using their iPads, using their computers, using different books, using technology to help them do their research project together, collaborate together, think critically, problem solve together. What do you think should be reflected in our vision statement to ensure a school system of accountability of every student's academic success? The vision statement should probably reference the student body as an individual instead of a whole. Differentiated instruction should be to help empower each individual student. By mentioning each individual student and actually putting into practice the school vision, then the school system will be accountable for the student's academic success. There should be differentiated instruction, like I've mentioned, to where we reach every single student and their needs while using technology and helping them build their confidence, self-esteem, into becoming lifelong learners. What do we need to do differently to safeguard the values, democracy, equity, and diversity within the school while achieving this vision? Well, in order to use technology in the classroom, we have to help students learn and collaborate to accomplish the school's vision. Then the students should be paired by content abilities. That means pairing in math. A student could be stronger in math, but low or medium low in science, and would would pair them by content, by abilities, so that they can help each other and collaborate together. What are some of the emerging trends and initiatives that we must take into consideration and how we adapt to them? Trends that we have to take into consideration is that some students have technology devices at home and may be used to using apps at school. However, some of those students that don't have technology at home will need help, which we will provide the time and teachers to help those students get aware or get comfortable with those technology devices to help them learn. How are we different from other schools? Well, we're different by being able to provide iPads, Elmo, smart boards in every classroom, and by having the best staff at the school. The school provides various programs to help meet the students' needs, such as bilingual programs, gifted and talented, career and technical programs. So come to the end of this presentation. I want to take this time again to thank you for coming to this presentation. Thank you for taking your time. Thank you for considering and enrolling your student into the school that I will be in next year as the principal. Thank you so much for coming, and have a great afternoon.